Um,
Oh,
Welcome to Talkish, and I am Melek. And today we are diving into the biggest mistake English learners make when speaking. And of course, I have a native English teacher here with me to break it all down. Yeah, hello, Steve.
hi, Malek. Nice to meet you today.
Nice to meet you. I have I have many yeah mistakes.
Okay.
Yeah. You are free to correct me. Yes, you start,
Okay.
please.
Okay. Okay. You don't say I have many mistakes. You say maybe uh, you can say I've made many mistakes, but I think you're very young and there was no time to make any dramatic mistakes. And because I've known you from before, then I know that you're very successful and you actually did not make any mistakes. You're just at the beginning of your life and you're going to be hugely successful and you are even now very successful. So you haven't made any mistakes, Melek. I'm going to,
You don't know,
argue.
Steve. You don't know.
No,
I
come on.
made big mistake,
Yeah,
dramatic mistake in
oh
my
my
life,
goodness, in my long
especially
life.
especially love story. Uh, I had many love story. Is Do you have any love story?
Well, what do you think, man? Of course I do. Of course I do. When I was your age, I was extremely emotional. I was extremely, yeah, I really, yeah, it was a really tough period for me. I feel like I'm sitting at a psychologist, at a shrink's, office. So I've made so many mistakes. So yeah, women were always the center of my attention. So I adore women. But the best thing that ever happened to me is when I finally learned that I don't. It's very good that I don't attract all the women. It's like, it's so cool that I'm not going to be with certain women because unfortunately, not all women are amazing and loving, and so not all women are like that. And this was the hardest lesson. It took me, I don't know, like I'm still learning it. So because in my mind, women are, unmistakable, and I love them. So when you love somebody, you cannot have a clear picture. So so it is a learning process. So it is a lifetime process to learn about, uh, to learn that not all the women are necessarily your company, and not all the women are necessarily deserve the attention and love because it's simply like that. So yeah, I have a couple of love stories when I was in my early 20s, and I hope this will not go viral. Maybe this will. So yeah, I had a romance with many different women. I thought that it was like in the movies. I thought this is what I should do. But actually, I felt really, it didn't take me a long to really uh, understand that, even, I don't know, how should I say it? Maybe that I'm not there's nothing casual about me, especially when it comes to dating and love. So everything is like I'm not a casual guy. I'm not into one night stands or whatever. So it's like it's something that I should
Okay.
definitely avoid.
Um, Actually, you are not one night stand person.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think um 20s one night stand relationship is very common, but day by day you if you can older person, then you don't like one night stand.
As you become older, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
as you become older, you understand that.
I forget a challenge. I am sorry, I forgot challenge.
Okay, I forgot. I
I
forgot.
forgot
I
challenge.
fix you. Don't worry. I fix you. Don't worry. I fix
Correct
you.
me. I
I
am
fix
not
you.
washing machine.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if you are under influence of media and under influence, so you feel like, okay, I need to perform like, I need to be, attractive, and I need to be able to be good in bed, and it's something like, for a man, because as you grow up, especially when you are into in the society like American society, it's like everyone is into sports, and everyone is uh, talking about, I don't know, people get certain roles, it's like Taylor Swift and her boyfriend, her boyfriend is playing football, and she is a singer, like a cheerleader, so I feel that many children in their teens will look up to them, and I don't like it, because not everyone should be like Taylor Swift, or not everyone should be like a football player. So I feel you should be your own person, and yeah, I don't know. Actually, I didn't have one night stands. They were always, how should I say, they were always initiated by the girls or women, and then somehow the women who were like, yeah, yeah, it's like a normal thing, like all those things, friends with benefits, and I don't know. Then really quickly, the somehow the situation changed, and then they are in love, and they so very quickly we forget all about those rules, and they fall in love, and then there are tears and emotions and everything from their side, and I was like, okay, but you know so
Yeah.
I started to avoid them, even though the girls were like, yeah, yeah, it's like, the girls are sometimes today I feel like the girls are taking the man role. They feel like, yeah, yeah, it's like no normal thing, like one night stand. It's something that people do. It's common. It's normal. And then after, when they show their emotions and their feelings, and oh my God. So I choose not to go that road, because I felt really bad, even though it was initiated by the other side. So I prefer to be alone, and not to, or to have like a deep, meaningful relationship. So yeah, I've made some mistakes, but they were, I don't know, they didn't feel like mistakes, because yeah, we had an agreement, but that agreement soon fell through.
Yeah,
Because
you don't feel like mistake, but
yeah,
they
but
they
definitely,
but these are big mistake.
yes, this is what happens when you grow up watching, movies, and American movies, and when you watch tough guys, macho guys, everyone is talking about alpha guy being an alpha male, and and when you are playing sports, and in the locker room, everyone is talking, oh, I've been with this girl and that girl, and I was like, okay, well, why is there something wrong with me? So why? It's like when you're in your teens and you're very insecure. Yeah, so I've made mistakes, even though they didn't appear as mistakes in the beginning, right? So So
Yeah, I
yes,
think I think it is very tough question. Yeah, I accept it.
yes, I mean, well, okay, I'm trying to be as honest as possible, but I've learned a lot. I mean, if you don't know what you want and how you want it, then maybe you will learn what you don't want first, right? So if maybe I always think about it, maybe if I was a very closed person, so I never shared with anyone. So, and yeah, so my father maybe was supposed to talk me through it a little bit, and but no, I had to find everything out by myself. So,
Yeah,
so I learned from the women that I was with. Actually, I learned about women from and yeah, after a couple of trial and errors, after a couple of trial and errors, I've decided maybe, it's better for me to be alone until I find a meaningful person. And then I was in a longer relationship. So, yeah.
actually, in Turkey we experience like this. Our parents don't teach us about relationship,
Mm.
and yeah, we experience all things with blind eyes. Then I think it is very hard process. Actually, the
Yeah, it's
lessons
hard.
I took.
It's hard process, especially for me. It was hard as a man, as a young boy, and as a man when I feel like I'm an idiot or something wrong with me because I was probably the last one to be with a woman. So
Yeah,
it was like I wish that my father maybe talked me through it and say, man, it's so okay, it's so so it's like yeah, but
it is
unfortunately.
delusion. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's like love and respect, and the the best word that I would use to describe like a meaningful relationship, it is like you have to suffer. It's like you have to not suffer like someone is hitting you with a hammer, but you have to suffer the other person, behavior a little bit if you want to have a long relationship. You have to adapt. You have to suffer a little bit, your own comfort to maybe sacrifice your own comfort. So this is relationship. It's not just sex. It's like, I mean, after 6 months, a year, it really is about patience, and really it's about understanding, and it's really about growing with that person. And for me, it has at least to do with sex. It's like yeah, uh I don't know, I'm a romantic person. I
yeah,
like to cuddle.
I know that. Actually, I think um, speaking English is similar to loving. It is impossible without any error and any
Yeah, correct.
mistakes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
yeah,
yeah,
it's
this is
it's
life, this is
yeah,
relationship, and
yeah,
I think
so we are men are hoping to find a woman that will fix them. so, so men are always looking for a woman that will fix them and correct them to be to become good and in a relationship to become. So this is why women are so great. Good women are always patient and they always show you the way. So
yeah,
yeah, women are the best. I would conclude this conversation with this. So women are the best. So women are always if I work, if I work, in my work environment, I always liked women. It's like, yeah, women are the
actually, um, the lesson I took from loving my love life, I think, yeah, is is don't be afraid of anything. If you are afraid of losing, then yeah, you lose, I think.
I would disagree. Because if you are afraid of something, maybe there is a good reason that you are afraid of something. And you should first deal with that reason and try to figure out why are you afraid. Maybe you're afraid for a good reason, you know? So I feel that being with someone needs to feel natural, you know? The best way I could describe it is to two people need to be made of the same material, you know, they have to be from the same they need to have same beliefs, not same but similar beliefs, similar preferences, you know, they have to come from the similar background. So yeah, the best thing that I could describe it to be made from the same material, the same stone, right? So this is, I think, the most. So yeah, maybe I don't know if something frightens you, this is how I made some of my mistakes. You know, I was afraid of being with a an older woman who is sexually more experienced than me. So then I went into a relationship that really I wasn't supposed to have probably. So yeah, this is, you know, if you are afraid of something, then maybe there is a good reason why you're afraid of it.
Okay, I think uh, love is similar to speaking English. Both of them cannot be done without making mistakes. Do
Yes,
you
it
agree
is.
with me?
Yes, I agree with you. It is a process, but you should always think why, no, if something doesn't feel good, maybe there is a reason that it doesn't feel good. Why doesn't it feel good? And I agree. You cannot be good or excellent at something without making mistakes.
Yeah. Thank you, Steve. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too,
Stop
Melek.
chasing perfection and start speaking and start loving.
Yes, yes. Start loving. That's definitely my advice. Thank you.
Yeah,
See you next
thank you.
time. Bye
Goodbye.
bye. Bye bye.